Me can't manage the weeds, so I have to find ways to control them. It might look funny. How is it that we're going to use weed to control weed? That's ridiculous, you may be saying. Guys, look around. What you not see? No pure weeds. I don't like weeds. Don't like weeds. And if you're a person who does not like weeds, you like to see your garden clean and nice, this video is for you. Hey there, nature lovers. Welcome to my quiet, peaceful backyard here in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Welcome back to my channel, guys, Sandra Fostering, where I do backyard farming, backyard gardening, house plants, and fruit trees, and all of those nice things that have to do with nature. I am Sandra. So guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you a few simple techniques, maybe 3 or so. It's very, very simple. Anybody can do them, even if you're a novice, even if you're a beginner farmer, that I use to control the weeds in my garden, because me can't manage the weeds, so I have to find ways to control them. So come with me in this video where I'm going to just do a little cleanup of my front yard. And guys, I know you love these videos, you know, because guess what? I don't like to see other people work. There's some satisfaction in seeing some other person's work while you just sit and watch and you feel like you're there with them. It's therapy. We love that. So guys, join me in this video this morning as I transform my front yard from this jungle into a beautiful space. You're gonna love it, so come with me. And guys, please remember, if it's your first time here and you enjoy these nature videos, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. The algorithms no agree with me, guys. Remember, I live on the island and I speak my local dialect. It not agree with me. It not loving me at all, guys. But you're going to help me by liking, sharing, and subscribing. So thank you very much, guys. In fact, just stop this video right now. Pause it, and do that. Done? Thank you. So let's proceed to the garden. So guys, see what I'm talking about? Pure weeds. And if you're not careful, every minute you have to be out here. So this is Cersei, guys. If you're from the islands, you know this plant. It's a runner. It's almost like a parasite. But if you know it, you know it. We used to use it for everything. Any ailment or pain, our parents always dry it and give it to us, boil it in tea. Bitter can done, but they swear by it. So that is it. It's all over in the garden, so I have to pull them out. I'll leave a few, but I'm going to pull out most of them. So see guys, even these parasites have attached themselves to the palm, and if you're not careful, they will try and stifle your plants. They pull them out. Pull them out. Terrible. Look at it. All over. So yes, guys, see what it looks like right there. See? Overgrown. Overgrown. But it's coming from the other property onto this one. So because it's coming over, it just has a good time in just enjoying itself. So I'm going to have to try and get rid of what is over the fence so that they do not come over here and get worse, you know, they reproduce. So that is one of the control method that I'm going to be using, is to make sure I take out all that is along the fence line, because if you do not do that, then they are going to in time come over some more. So pull from the other side so you don't have any intruding weeds from the other side. That's what I'm doing now. So I took out all the different grasses and parasites that were coming over. When it rains, they will spring back, so I ensure that the roots were all out, and I've done that all the way down. So guys, that is one of the measures that I have tried, just to take out what is over the fence that would normally come onto the property, and that will alleviate all the different parasites and so on. So they don't really start over here as such, but they come over and they form their roots. They are runners, so they are going to put their roots down over here. So if I can find the source, which is what I did here, and get rid of most of them, then that will control the weeds. So that is one thing, one control method for me. So guys, in controlling the weeds, I try to get rid of any existing weeds that may be around the plant or near to the plant, and anything I can pull out, I pull it out before I mound. And even with the grass coming over, like these, they have seeds on it, so I try to make sure that those are cut off and they are not near the plant as well, because when it starts to rain in the rainy season, they are going to germinate like wildfire. So even these that look like they are dead, remove them. They have roots, remove them, because they're going to germinate when it rains. So take them out. And I'm trying to search for all of them that are here. While I'm mounding, I'm going to try to ensure that all little piece of the weeds are gone. So guys, that's another tip. Keeping the area clean and free of weeds and weed seeds and all of those things around the plant that will come back to haunt it when the rain starts. So we're trying to get rid of all of those. Nothing is there to cause more weeds to grow up. So see them here? You see this one here? It's watercress, they call this. Some wild watercress, something they call this one. You see this one? This does not even make good mulch. So these you have to pull them up because they grow like, they're parasitic and they grow like wildfire. These two, all of these. Alright, so we don't want them near the plant. See them here? And guys, even as I pull these out, as I'm pulling these out, I don't put them beside the good mulch. I separate the mulch. This is the good mulch that I'm going to use to put down alongside or around the plant, and even between the plants as well, to keep it as a cover. And the other ones, like the ones I just showed you, this serosy, which are parasites, the one with the seeds, all of those, I'm going to ensure that these are going to be discarded. This is not good mulch. All this one, Spanish needle. How could I forget? That one goes like wildfire too. So we are going to, I don't want it in my mulch. The only one I'm going to use in my mulch is the grass. Guys, this is one of the another method of weed control. That would be like the third tip I'm giving you today. We're going to lay this down. It might look funny. How is it that we're going to use weed to control weed? That's ridiculous, you may be saying. Ridiculous. Because this, I'm going to use it as mulch. You see this, guys? It's actually black gold. So we remove it from the garden or across the fence from the garden, and we are going to lay it down as mulch, and it's going to act as a weed barrier. So if you can look at it, you see how thick this is? It's going to be difficult for the weeds to come up through this. And while that is happening, while it's buffering or preventing them from coming through, it's also breaking down into mulch. And guys, this is what has happened here. See, I had these lay down there, and after a while it starts to decompose or break down. So it's actually a palm leaf that I had used this time. So you see, it's almost broken down, and it has shed the other thing that I had laid down here. It has shed and decomposed into nice mulch. Here is the pile that I have the good mulch in. I'm going to be taking some of this good mulch, and don't matter that it is green, it's going to dry down. And I just put it alongside the plant, and I'm going to do that all the way down and around it, so that, see how thick it is? So I'm going to take it like this, and it's going to create a buffer. So any seeds that is germinating here during the rainy season, it will keep it down. Even if it manages to come through, it won't be so successful. Alright, so a buffer. So that is called mulching. So mulching is another mulching is another step, another tip to keep weeds at bay or to prevent weeds. And even the palm leaves that I've cut down, you can also put that around as well. These are some that I had laid down before. Put them on it. And you just lay the entire area like that. And even the old ones, put them back underneath it. And that will dry down in no time, and it will prevent weeds from coming up. So guys, see some of what I've done before. See, where I tell you it works. But see, this I had put down a good while, about 4 months now. I had put this down, and see, look at it. See, look at it. See, and just as some weeds have started to come up through it, so that's why you have to get rid of it. All right, and this can be put back. See, these you have to try and get rid of them. It looks a little bit tacky now, but when I'm finished with it, it's going to be neat and beautiful and effective. So these are the ones I had done before, and see, not much managed to come through. Not much managed to come through. See, just a few. So I'm going to use the same method. Weed control. So yes guys, those are some of the tips that I've shared with you in this video. One is to remove all the weeds from alongside your fence line or your border line, so that any parasite or anything that wants to leach on your plant, they won't get a chance. And the second one is just to remove all the weeds from around the plant, or any seedlings or anything like that, so that they will not have time to sprout and germinate. And the next one is to just put down some mulch, lay down some thick mulch. In my country, we use the grass, as I showed you. In South St. Elizabeth, we use this as mulch for farmers. In fact, farmers buy these. They buy acres and acres of this to mulch their tomato, melon, and so on. But in other countries, you have chips, wood chips, or you have other things that you can use as mulch. Those are just as good. Put them down thick, and they will act as a weed barrier. Cut out the weeds. So guys, thank you very much for joining me on this project today, where I shared with you a few tips as to how you can control the weeds, so that you don't have to spend all your time in the garden working. You can actually sit and enjoy it. So I hope you apply those 3 little tips. And remember guys, if you have any other tips, please drop them in the comments. I love to hear them, so that I can help to keep my garden even more weed free. Thank you for sharing your tips. Have a good one. All right, thanks for joining me. Walk good until next time.